Good morning, everyone. It's Taylor here with BreakOut Studios live online videos. We're getting ready to do some ballet basics this morning. So I'll get some music playing, get yourself time to get settled in, get your bar space all set up, and we'll get going probably in about, let's say like 3 to 4 minutes or so. Alright, let's get going here with our warm-up. So we're going to start here just like usual in our parallel position, and we're going to start with our right leg. We're going to have our demi and point and demi, back down, and 2 pushes using the toes, not the thigh, demi and down. Other side, demi and point and demi, roll back down and push through the toes and push and down. And now our rollers, plie, keeping those heels glued tight together, and up, resist down, reverse, press up and over the arch, plie, and stretch. Again, rolling through, up and over, stretch and down. reverse, over, plie, turning out those toes, whoosh, to first. Repeat this first, demi, and point, and demi, and down, and push. Not a leg lift, just the toes. Other side, and point, and demi, and down, push, and push. And then we have our rollers, plie, making sure we're not sickling, bring those heels right over that second metatarsal, trying to leave everything there as we straighten up and down, reverse, over, stretch, okay, up and over, stretch, and down, reverse, over, plie, and stretch. And then we'll take our parallel stretches in this little triangle pose all the way down. Coming up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quarter breath back. Coming up, twist out the spine, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then other side, swan dive, leaning down with the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Quarter breath back, 2, 3, 4. And stretch out the spine, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll just come back to parallel. We'll take a little calf stretch for 8 counts. Little calf stretch for 8 counts. We'll come back and we'll do a little quad stretch. Maybe hold here for 2 8 counts. And then other side, whoosh, hold it, and then we'll finish there. Yeah, so we start with our demi point, demi down, 2 pushes. Really treat this like you're jumping off the floor, not lifting the thigh up. Other side, demi point, demi down, and push, little saute, and then we roll through, reverse, twice through, repeat that same thing in first, and then I'll talk you through all of our stretches. All right, here we go. Getting those ankles nice and warmed up, making sure that we're not sickling, bringing the arch right over that second metatarsal. All right, here we go. And we have demi and point and demi and down, 2 pushes, push, again, push, other side, demi and point, ankle stays nice and straight, and push, little push, rolling through, plie, heels up and over, leave it there as you straighten down, reverse, keeping those heels tight, glued together, rolling through and reversing again, and stretch, and down, reverse, getting ready to turn out to first position, and right leg demi, and point, careful not to sickle here as we increase that turnout, push, other side, demi, point, and demi, and down, and push, not lifting the hip or the thigh, just the toes, rolling through, reverse, together. Our lower abdominals are lifting, pulled up as we send the knee back. And release it, shake it out. Good. All right, let's take it through some pliés. So let's do, I forget if we did this last week, but let's try for today. Let's reverse the port de bras on all of our grand pliés to help us remember to lift up through our spine as we're sending in or down for our grand pliés. So let's do, in first position, we'll have just regular 2 demis, demi and stretch, and demi and stretch. Now as we grand plie, we flip the wrist, arm comes, and 6. The arm is at the top of the head as we're at our deepest point or grand plie. And then as we start pressing up, the arm comes down and around. And then let's port de bras forward. 4, 2, 3, and 4. We'll tendu and place it to second. Same thing, demi and stretch, and demi and stretch. Reverse the grand plie. 7 and 8, and then port de bras towards the bar. 2, up, 3, and 4, and tendu. Let's go to 4 and 4. 2 demis and demi. We're going to continue with 2 more demis, but same arm. Demi, reversing that port de bras, demi, and out, and then port de bras away. 2, 3, 4. Transition, 6, 7, 8. Same thing, our 2 demis, demi. Now we have that grand plie, knees opening out, hips staying right underneath the shoulders as we reverse the arm up and over, and down and around. And then let's take the port de bras back. 2, 3, 4, and then let's tendu back to first. And then we'll plie. Let's go right up to releve instead of a roll through. And then we'll balance here in releve first with our arms in first as well. So 2 demis, grand plie, reversing the port de bras forward, transition to second. 2 demis, grand plie, reversing, port de bras side, transition to fourth. 4 demis, but we do the same port de bras, away to fifth. 2 demis, grand plie, port de bras back, transition to first, and then plie, releve, whoosh. So all right, here we go. And 2 demis, demi, demi, grand plie, reverse, press those heels down, port de bras forward, coming up, tendu, transition to shut. And plie, release, and finish. All right. Good, let's go right around to the other side. Here we go. Growing taller in all of those grand plies. And demi. Arm floats to first, open second, grand plie the arm wrist up and over. Port de bras forward, leading with the chest. Rolling up. And transition to second. 2 demis. Arm comes up and over. As with the lowest point, then the arm comes down and out. Port de bras side. Lifting up. Strong arm in second, and we transition to fourth. And 2 demis equal weight on both feet. Make sure we're not sitting in that back foot. And reverse the port de bras. 2 more demis. And port de bras away from the bar. Coming up. Strong arms, and we transition. Squeeze and lift to fifth. And demi. And grand plie with the arm up and over. And port de bras back. Lifting up and out of the hips to go back. And tendu to first. And plie releve. And feel that balance. Interlace those ribs close to our waist forward. Send that tailbone heavy down to the floor. And release plie. And finish. Good. All right, let's take a little tendu from first now. So, we'll keep the arm second we'll see. We'll keep it second here for the first part of it. And just like our warm-up, we're gonna take demi and point and demi back to first. Tendu, we go demi and point and demi back to first. Same thing, side and point, rolling through the foot, and the same action of the foot as we slide out to tendu side, demi and close. Same thing to the back, point, demi and close, and demi and point, and demi and close. And then let's take optional arm. You can keep the arm side, but we'll take one front, side, back in the plie. So use the arm if you want to, front and first, arm side and first, and back and first, plie and stretch. And then we'll reverse all that from the back. So our demi point, demi first, tendu back, still also going through that demi point, demi first, and side, one out, and demi roll through, one out, and then we have optional arm, one back, and close, one side, and close, one front, and close, plie, and stretch. And we'll just finish there without a balance. So when we're taking this tendu after we do our demi point, demi back down, our little roll through, we don't have to make it so separated here, demi point, demi first, but we still want to go through all of those same positions. So we have this beautiful roll through here, and we want to continue that as we're doing our tendus out. Really nice and slow, feeling the floor and feeling that articulation of the foot each time. Yeah, so demi point, demi first, and out, in. Same thing side, same thing back, and then one more tendu front, tendu side, tendu back, plie, stretch, and we'll reverse all that with that optional arm for those last three. All right, here we go. And that's so loud. And demi, point, and demi, back to first, to the front, and point, toes back, and we go around to the other side. Make sure that we're not sitting in that supporting side. We're always aiming to lift up, trying to separate our upper body from our lower body so that each time we close is a little opportunity to lift up and grow a little bit taller. Here we go to the other side. And from fifth now. So we're just going to be doing lots of repeating tendus from fifth, but we're going to be using kind of a tricky pattern, but this pattern is so common in ballet. You see this in a lot of different combinations as you kind of continue on, and it's really helpful for changing our weight and our directions as well. So when we start doing fast petit allegro in center, our feet are able to move a little bit more quickly. So we're gonna have, let's keep the arm side for this one. We'll have 3 to the front. Out and in, out and in, out and in, plie and stretch. Now we do our inside leg, which means the leg that's closest to the bar, to the back. 3 and in, 2 and in, 3, in, plie, and stretch. Now we switch again, our outside leg to the side, the next direction. Out, in, plie, and stretch. Now we have our inside leg front to finish the first series. Front and in, front and in, front and in, plie, and stretch. And now we reverse it all from the back. So this combination or this series kind of seems, which direction do I go at first, but then over time it'll just start to kind of feel like a natural muscle memory. Oh, back, side, front, inside leg, yeah. So from the back, we have back and in, and back, and in, and out, and in, plie. This plie is kind of used to, okay, where do I go next? And stretch, inside leg front, in, keep the arm to the side, front, in, plie, outside leg side. 1 and 2 and 3, plie, inside leg back. 1 and 2 and 3, plie and stretch. And then we'll take a plie, we'll scoop that working leg to meet the supporting leg for susu, and we'll balance there in susu. So the theory or the pattern of this combination is we're always changing outside leg to inside leg. So we're never going to repeat an outside and an outside. Always changing outside leg to inside leg and always switching to the next direction. So we can use that plie and stretch to kind of figure out what we're going to do next. And I'll also be calling out directions too. So we have 3 in a plie stretch, front, back, side, and front. And then we reverse it from the back. Back, switch front, switch side, switch back, and then plie susu. All right. And I'll be calling out the directions as well in that plie stretch. All right, here we go. us, maybe it was really, oh my God, where do I go next? Well, let's go to the other side. Here we go. 3 to the front. 1, in, out, in, out, in, plie, to the back. Inside leg, plie, outside leg, side, out, close, out, in. Now we have our inside leg to the front, heel comes forward, plie from the back. Plie, inside leg front. 3, plie, outside leg side. Inside leg to the back to finish off. Plie and stretch. Let's take another plie up to Susu. Balance here. Make sure our arms aren't too far behind us. Be able to see those pinkies in your peripherals. And lift. Plie and stretch. Good. All right, nice. We made it through that one. That pattern is so common in ballet, so it's kind of good just to get the feel for it slowly now. Or maybe you've done it before, I don't know. All right, let's do some dégagés. So we're going to be doing what's called an envelope, or the reverse of a pas de cheval. So for an envelope, we envelop the leg. So we're going to have tendu and lift, bring to coupe and down, and 3 dégagés. 1 and 2 and 3. We hold on 4. To the side, out, and lift, coupe. We don't change, close front, and 3 dégagés to the side. From the back, tendu, we lift. Our knee tries to stay back as we bring that heel forward to coupe, and we place it toe ball heel down, and 3 dégagés. Let's bring our inside leg out to dégagé. Just dégagé height, not too high. And we'll try to balance there with the arms in second for 8 counts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we reverse all that from the back. So tendu and lift, coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3. To the side, tendu and lift. Coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3. To the front, tendu and lift, coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3. Brush back to a dégagé height. Try to balance. Make sure we're not back here. The arms in front of us. Get that shoulder forward as well. And finish. Yeah. So we're nice, slow, envelope, and 3 dégagés. Same thing side, we don't close first. 3 dégagés. Same thing back. 3 dégagés. Whoosh, and then just balance. And then we'll reverse all that from the back. And then we won't balance. We'll just close 5th, and we'll finish. All right, here we go. Got some chorus here. And we have tendu, lift, coupe, place it down, and 1, 2, 3 to the side. Tendu, lift, coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3 to the back. Envelope, coupe, place it down. 1. Ready for inside leg front, front. Try to balance. And close from the back. Tendu, lift, coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3. Side lift, coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3. And front, lift, coupe, place, and 1, 2, 3. Inside leg back with arms forward. And finish. Good. Nice. All right, so we're always trying to get that knee back for that envelope to the front. We want the knee back, rotating in that hip socket, place it down to the back. We want to keep the knee as we bring that heel in and nicely place it down, always making sure that we're rotating through our hip sockets, not trying to cheat it. All right, other side, here we go. And, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Wait. Was that the song I used? Oh, I was supposed to do that one. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure what happened. And, ready, to the front. Tendu, lift, coupe, place it down. 1, 2, 3. To the side, lift, coupe, close front. 1, 2, 3. To the back, tendu, lift, coupe, we place. 1, 2, 3. Dégagé inside leg front. Try to balance. Closing those ribs and close from the back. Lift, coupe, we place. 1, 2, 3. And side and out and lift, coupe, place. And 1, 2, 3. Tendu, lift, coupe, and down. And 1, 2, 3. Inside leg back. Closing those ribs with the opposite shoulder forward. And finish. That song did not sound, I don't know what song we used the first time. Anyways, maybe it was that one. I'm going crazy. All right, let's just finish off our dégagés with our 8-8-4-4-2-2-1-1-1-1. Our tried and true. So we'll do this facing the bar. 8 dégagés, right leg. 8 dégagés. 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, and 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1. We'll do it twice. Through the second time, you're welcome to test your balance without the bar. 8-8-4-4-2-2-1-1-1-1-1. And then we'll take the bar. We'll do a grand plie, opening up those hips. Press up. We'll take our balance coupe back on our right leg. You can balance. Let's balance the arms in second. And then switch and feel that balance. Making sure the arms are a little bit in front of us. And we'll finish there. So 2 rounds of 8-8-4-4-2-2-1-1-1. Second set, we can challenge that balance. And then I'll talk you through, we'll just grand plie, press up on your own timing, coupe back, switch through first, coupe back, and we'll finish there. So again, making sure that we're pulling up out of our hips, lots of length here, so that we're not like a pendulum when we're doing this combination. All right, here we go. And right leg goes in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We switch. Left leg. Lifting up. And 4. And 4. Brushing through the toes. And 2. Really lifting up here. And 1, 1, 1. We repeat. Arms off the bar if you want to challenge. Or light piano fingers. Other side. Making sure we're keeping that toe a little bit in front of us, not directly side to maintain that turnout. And 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. And let's grand plie down there in first. Pressing up, elevating when we reach the top. And let's coupe on our right leg, coupe back. So just the heel is connected there and our toes are going out. Feel that balance. And let's switch to the other side. Again, just that heel connected to our back ankle. And plie. And we finish. All right, let's get to some rond de jambes. So now we're going to focus on really going through a nice first each time we do those rond de jambes, which is so important and so hard to do, even as you get up into the advanced. So we're going to start in first. We're going to have brush front, brush back. Just do a tendu on the floor. Front and back. Now we take our rond jumps front, around, going through that first each time. 1, around, 4 total, around. And now we do off the floor, nice and slow, sending energy through the tips of the toes. And we close first. And then reverse all that. And back, and front, and back, and front. 4 rond jumps. 1, around, and 2, around. 2 more. Going through that first each time. Off the floor, around, and 7 and 8. And let's do our regular port de bras we've been doing for some time. Port de bras forward, 2, 3, 4, passe. With our outside leg, coupe and down. Port de bras back, and 2, 3, 4. My inside leg goes passe, toe to the back, behind the knee, and down. We'll do side, and away, plie, sous-sus, drawing the toe up to the knee without moving the hips at all, and we'll feel that balance there. If you want, you could even place your hand on your hip, kind of on like your low hip, not your high hip, your hip bone, I should say, and then try to bring the toe up to the knee, and only go as far as you can without lifting it up. Your hand shouldn't move or even feel any movement at all. And then we can balance there. Yeah, so these 4 brushes are for really emphasizing going through that first. So we have front and back, and front and back, and rond jump around 4 times. 3, 4, off the floor, slow, slow, and close. And then reverse all that, and we have our port de bras forward, 4 counts, outside leg just on flat. You put the hand on the hip here if you want to know not any movement in the hip. Port de bras back, inside leg, side, and away, plie, stop in a sous-sus, and then without moving the hip, bring that toe up, and feel your balance. All right, here we go. Going through a nice first with these rond jambs. And we have front, brush back, brush front, brush back. Now rond jambs, front, around, through the first front, around, 2 more. Going through a nice first without lifting the hip at all. Off the floor, reaching energy through the tips of the toes, from the back, back, brush front, brush back, brush front, and back, around. 2 more rond jumps, dropping that hip to the side. Off the floor, back, reach side, reach heel forward, and port de bras forward. And passe with our outside leg front. And port de bras back. Inside leg passe with the toe behind the knee. And side and away. And we'll take a plie sous-sus. Place the hands on the hips if you want. Bring that toe up to the knee. Don't move that hip. And now feel that balance. And lift, close, sous-sus, plie, and finish. Good. So as we're trying not to move the hip up for that passe balance, really think our supporting side is trying to lift up. I'm thinking of if I have a palm print right here, and I'm trying to lift up that supporting side. So as I'm kind of relaxing, not dropping my working hip, but relaxing into it with no movement, this side is trying to lift up, 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 up in opposition. All right, let's go to the other side. Here we go. And we have front, brush back, brush front, brush back, and front, around, and front, around. Two more. Off the floor. Sending energy through the tips of the toes. And from the back, back, brush front, back, front, and back. Around, through first, around. No movement in the hips. Off the floor. Keeping that weight over that supporting leg. Vertebra forward. And passe outside leg. And vertebra back. Inside leg goes passe to the back. And side and away. Careful not to lean back. And away. Yeah, up to Susu. Place the hand on the hip. Drawing that toe up and knee, no movement, but lifting up that supporting side. Arms in first, and finish off that balance. And close to Susu when you're ready. Plie. And finish. All right. Good. Moving on to some fondus here. Let's do, what's our timing for this fondue? Okay, we'll do fondue to the front. Brush through first, get that brush again to the back and close. From the back we fondue and back we brush front and close. Two fondue side, just keeping the leg low to really work on that turnout and form. Side, fondue, and side. And keeping the weight over the supporting leg, let's test our balance. And 6, toe a little bit in front of us, not directly side, and we close. And then we reverse it from the back. Fondue to the back, brush and close, and a fondue to the front, and a brush and a close. We fondue to the side, the coupe changes to the front and out, and balance, and balance. Let's go to Susu and Détourné, and we'll go right around to the other side. It's a bit slow, so we should have time to nicely get ourselves around to the other side without being frantic. So fondue to the front, and brush and close. And fondue, both knees straight at the same time. We brush lifting with the heel and close. 2 fondues to the side, both legs turning at the same time. Fondue, toe a little bit in front of us so we can rotate through the hip. Balance, 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 balance. And then reverse all that. Yeah, that balance in second is hard because our toe is so far away from our center. So really make sure that we keep the weight over that supporting leg. We have the foot a little bit in front of us so that we can really rotate that turnout in the hip socket. Keep those ribs closed. When our leg is side, we have a tendency to want to go back. So really bring that weight a little bit more forward than feels natural, and then we'll be able to balance. All right, here we go. Right and left right away. Actually, this music isn't long enough. I'm gonna come and restart the music very quickly, but kind of get yourself around. I'm just gonna come and quickly restart it, but I know this one is a weird short length. All right, here we go. And we have fondue to the front, brush and close. Fondue to the back, brush and close, and side, and balance. Make sure that foot's a little bit in front of us. Close fifth back. Repeat from the back. Both knees straight at the same time. Brush front. Fondue front. We brush to the back. And two fondue side. Feel that balance. And let's go right around to the other side. Here we go. Peel the foot up to a fondue. Front. Brush. And fondue to the back. And brush. And now two to the side. Make sure that weight stays right over the ball of the foot the entire time. And feel that balance. And fondue. Close fifth back. Reverse from the back. Keeping that weight over that supporting leg. Brush. Fondue. Stretch. Brush. And two to the side. And feel that balance. And fondue. And we'll finish. There we go. I think fondues are so like meditative. They're just, oh. All right, let's do a short little adagio. Again, with this one, we'll go right around to the other side. We'll take a little pas de bourrée transition step to get a pas de bourrée in here today. So we're gonna do that same pattern of the front, inside leg back, outside leg side, and then we'll go around to the other side. So we'll take our développés. We'll have développé front, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we have our inside leg to the back. 1 and 2 and back and 4. Now we have our outside leg to the side. 1 and 2 and 3. We close front. Let's take a coupe, plie, fondue, pas de bourrée. 1, 2, 3, and we'll finish. Then we're gonna go right around to the other side. So front, back, side. Développé to the front, lift and close. Développé to the back. We lift and close. Développé to the side, lift and close. And fondue, pas de bourrée, plie. Yeah, so now that we're turning around, it's not so much of a back, side, front, but it's kind of more of a back, a little bit, side, yeah, and front. But we're just kind of turning around a little bit. And it's nice and slow too, so if you get lost, you can just kind of fake it till you get around to the other side. So we're doing that pattern again of our front, inside leg, inside. I love doing an inside leg to the back, because sometimes when we do our outside leg, it's so much easier to want to lean into our bar. When we do our inside leg, we can't lean this way because there's nothing there to lean onto. We're forced to kind of bring our opposite side forward if we want to lean, which is actually putting us in the correct alignment. All right, here we go. What song today? Okay. And is it going? Oh, play would help. Here we go, take 2. So développé front, coupe, passe, and lift to front, 5th, and développé back, coupe, passe, inside leg, lift, and side. He lifts, closing front, and coupe, back, side, front, and finish. Good. So just a short adagio. We're going to take an adagio again in center, so we'll save it for then. Let's take a little jeté or frappe. Where did my little frappes go? There we go. So we're just going to have 2 slow, 3 fast. Front, side, back, side. So we'll take them en croix. So we're going to have 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. To the side. In, out. And out. And 1, 2, 3. To the back. And 2. Slow. And 3. Quicker. En croix. And slow. And 3. Quicker. And then let's take plie. Let's try to angle in towards the bar. So if we're kind of in like a quasi position, facing our bar, not facing, not side, but a little bit diagonal. And let's take a plie, sous. Now let's bring our back leg to a passe, and we'll bounce there and a passe back. Kind of practicing for piqué turns when we need that passe back position. So 2, slow, 3, quicker, en croix, and then plie, angling ourselves in, sous, drawing that toe to the back of the knee, and we're balancing there. And when we have that passe back, it's even more tempting to want to kind of perch back here. So really close those ribs and bring the weight a little bit more forward than you think you need to. Without sticking out the butt, we still want to bring our tailbone heavy down to the floor, but our ribs, thinking of our ribs interlacing, and we got a corset closed. All right, here we go. And front and front and 1, 2, 3 to the side and reach, strike with the ball of the foot, strike, 2, 3 to the back and reach. Make sure the elbows can get behind you, that side arm. 1, 2, 3. Last time side. And 2, and 1, 2, 3, close the feet, angle and plie, sous, drawing that toe up to the back of the knee, bounce and passe back. Again, bring those ribs interlaced, close, and close, sous, plie, finish. Good. If you're holding onto a chair or something that's kind of light and mobile, you can tell if your weight is back. If your bar starts kind of moving back like mine just did. So make sure that arm, especially when we frappe to the back, we're kind of striking our leg sharply back there. Make sure the arm doesn't get back here. We want to keep the elbow even a little bit in front of our rib cage, not directly to the side, but a little bit in front so that we're lifted through those shoulder muscles and our ribs can be nicely closed. Yeah. All right, here we go. Other side. And a quick kind of fast intro. 6, 7, 8, and 1. And 2, 3, fast. 1, 2, 3, to the side. And straight. And straight. 2, 3, to the back. And out. Watch that side arm. 1, 2, 3. Last time to the side. Push. Sending laser beams out the tips of your toes. Angling in. And sous, drawing up to that passe to the back. Closing those ribs here, air in the armpits. Close, sous, plie, and finish. All right, let's do a grand battement action. We'll take 1 slow grand battement, landing, placing into a tendu, and then 2 quicker front side back. So we'll have 1, place it and close, and 1, and in, and 2, and in. To the side, place it, close back. 1, in, 2, in. To the back, place and 5th, and reach in. Let's slide out. Let's go to Su-Su. Let's Su to Nu. Plie. We'll go right around to the left. So we have a big explosive brush. Control, place it, and 5th. Don't bend your knee. And out, and in, and out, and in. Brush, place it, and close. And then the same feeling as we go to faster. Brush, place it, and close. And 2, slide out, tendu, fondue, Su-Su, détourné, plie, and finish. So we always want that action of having a big explosive brush up and then placing it nice and controlled down to close. Yeah, we don't have to be that exaggerated every time, but what we want to avoid is slamming it in each time, because then we start doing jumps and that's when we just sound like loud elephants kind of going through, and we want to control it down nicely. Yeah, so front, side, back, brush, place it, close, 2, front, side, back, and then slide out, Su-Su, Su to Nu, and we'll go right around to the left. All right, here we go. Some more Gershwin. And explosive brush. Place and 5th, grow taller. Brush. And 2. To the side. Brush without lifting the hip. Remember, like a little bit in front of us. Brush to the back. Brush. Lift. 5th. Pulling in those lower abdominals each time you close. And tendu side. Su-Su. Strong Su to Nu. Plie to the left. Brush. Place it and 5th. Brush. To the side. Brush. Place it. 5th. Brush. Energy goes down and up. To the back. Place. 5th. Slide it out. Strong Su-Su. Shoulders around Su to Nu. Plie and finish. We made it. All right, let's come center. We're done with our bar. I'm gonna play our little adagio music. So take a minute here, take about, I don't know, a minute and a half. And then we'll do our little center adagio action. together. So we're going to practice chassing and changing weight and adding in a little développé action as well. I'm going to add some nice kind of little through arms for our chassé. If you want to just focus on the legs, feel free just to keep the arms in second on those chassés or on the hips. Keeping the arms in second is also a great arm workout as well, but if you want to kind of add in a little bit more coordination, feel free to add in the arms I show. So we're going to start here in a croisé fifth. We'll have our right leg front. And remember our croisé, if we had a little box kind of drawing around ourselves, our belly button and our arch whoosh, is just facing towards that box. We should still, if we have a mirror in front of us, we're in a studio, we should still be able to see both shoulders and hips in that mirror clearly. We don't want to be too crossed, or we're angled towards that front corner of our box. So we have 7, 8. We're going to plie, chassé, two tendu. We close fifth, and now we développé that front leg on our croisé. Coupe, passe, développé front, and close. And now we go to the back on that same diagonal. Plie, chassé, tendu, and close. We développé to the back. Coupe, passe. I don't think I have enough room. Don't cheat like me. But développé to the back and close. And now we keep on the same croisé as we chassé down that diagonal to the side, close fifth, and développé side. We'll just keep the arms in second, and side, and close. Let's bring the arms down, and first, and second, and up, and down to our hips will fondu, and pas de bourrée, other side. So now we're in our croisé facing the other direction. And we'll have plie, chassé, and out. Close, développé to the front. On that croisé, plie, arm comes down, through first, present, open, close, développé to the back. 6 and 7, 8. Staying facing on that same croisé, arms come down through first. We chassé down that diagonal. If we change, we close front because we're going to développé with that leg to the side. We close back. Arms come down and first and open and up and over, down to fondu and pas de bourrée and fifth. And then we're on that next diagonal. Yeah? So after we do all those chassés, I'll repeat those arms again, then we'll mark it with the music. So we did all the chassés, développé, arms come down to fifth low, to first, open to second, the wrists flip and lift up, almost to go to fifth high, but then right when they reach there, the palms are gonna press down to our hips, fingers in front, our thumbs are behind, and then we can fondu a little paquita action here on our hips, yeah. So here when the arms are high, we're just gonna press the palms down as we keep our elbows lifted, fondu, pas de bourrée. You can get a little Spanishy paquita. There we go. All right, let's mark just the right side with the music, and then we'll do it right and left. We'll just do it once, and then we'll stretch out after. Here we go. So finding that nice croisé, plie, chassé, just marking it, tendu, we close, and we développé to the front. On that croisé, and close, and to the back, plie, arms come down, chassé back, changing that weight, and we développé to nice and grounded in all those chassés. I was teaching this with some kids I teach with another student, and I was noticing that they were kind of, I don't know if you can really see my feet, but I noticed they were kind of lifting up their feet, especially to the back. They kind of lift up their heel and then place it down. So really make sure, this is almost kind of like a modern grounded step. But we want to keep both heels glued down like we have something on the whole sole of our foot. And we want to chasse it. And then we peel up that tendu front, or tendu foot. Chasse grounded, and then we peel it up for that tendu. Chasse grounded, and then we peel it up. Careful not to anticipate and then place it down. All right, here we go. Gives us so much more power. All right. And plie, grounded, chasse. Peel up that back foot and close. And developing, coupe, passe, front, and close to the back. Ground it, chasse. And down that diagonal, plie, grounded, chasse, present, closing front, and developing side on that anchor line. Closing back. Now our port de bras, arms down, through first, open side, arms up, press it, fondue, and padre. Side, plie, chasse, present, develope, front, fifth, and plie, chasse, front, and develope, to the back. And plie, chasse down that diagonal. And developing the arms. Like that. And our port de bras, arms down. To first. Open. Up and over. Press. Plie. Padre. Nice. All right, let's find just a seated position on the floor. I'm gonna get out my little yoga mat here since I'm on tile, but do what you need. We'll just stretch out for like a couple minutes just to finish off with. And then we'll go about our Tuesday. So let's start kind of like we did last week with a seated passe. We'll have our right leg out and then our left leg just kind of up against that thigh, and we'll stretch out our hips and lower spine area. Here we go. So one leg out straight, and then flex the other foot to that inner thigh. And now let's stretch out the hip area. We're just gonna gently press that knee down and lean over to the other side. You should feel a stretch kind of all the way up this area. And now release that knee and just bring both arms out to the side. So not a hamstring stretch yet, just more of that outer hip area. And then just come find yourself in a first position. There we go. And weight over the balls of the feet here. Kneecaps pulled up and lifted. Our tailbone is heavy down to the floor as our lower abdominals are lifting up. Our ribs are interlaced closed. Sternum and chest is open in opposition. Release that tension in the neck. Shake the head yes or no. And now feel like there's a string attached to the nape of the neck, lifting up to the ceiling as the jaw and the earlobes hang heavy. And release, shake it out. We made it. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday. Have a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.